As I walked out of the bank where I worked, I silently cried out that I couldn't do it anymore, and I vowed I would never lie about this again. It had to end. I begged God to help me, and He did. My prayer was answered. I was prompted to text a friend I hadn't seen in over 3 years. I asked her to come to my work the following Tuesday for lunch because I needed to talk. At the same exact time that I had sent that message to her, she was sending me a private Facebook message inviting me to lunch that following Tuesday, the same Tuesday I'd asked her to come. The following Tuesday came, and my friend came to the bank with lunch. I went out to her car, I hugged her, I turned away from her in shame, and I began to pour out my story. When I finally looked at her, she was crying. Somehow that validated me. She believed me. She told me her home was my home and that we were going to get me out. I began to feel empowered. I had finally come to the end of myself. I didn't care if I had to live naked under a bridge or die trying to leave. I just knew I was leaving and began to prepare. That Saturday, the man that never left me alone left me at the house alone. I immediately called my kids and my friend. They were on standby that weekend. We would have 1 hour to move me. Within minutes of my call, 5 or 6 trucks, SUVs, and vans showed up, and we packed and loaded as much stuff as we could. Finally, after almost an hour, I told them all to leave, and that I would meet them all outside. But before I left the house, I placed a letter to Scotty on the pillow he smothered me with. I then walked out the front door and out of that life for the very last time. And I looked up into that beautiful blue sky and I shouted, "Thank you, Lord." Every day I continue to heal. Now, after nearly 2 years of counseling, I have forgiven myself and rekindled my relationship with my children, my family, and my friends. I don't live by the wounds anymore, but they're always going to be inside. Sharing my story is healing for me. My silence is over. My kids now have a mother that they can respect and be proud of, but mostly they have a mother that is truly living. I rose from the ashes, and I'm alive, and I am free.